Happy Wednesday. My name is Nadika and I'm the Naked Love Coach. We're here to expand on the Naked Love Coach brand and really guide you all to removing all your layers, all your blocks, to living a life of true joy, passion, love, and abundance, true bliss. And episode 7 is going to be on the topic of the ego.
Love for life. But I like my layers.
I know, they are comfy and they are cozy, but believe me, you want what's underneath all of that.
Do I? Okay. So, today's topic is juicy and it's the ego. And really it's to define the whole ego and not just the society's idea of the ego of I've got big muscles, I'm super sexy, everybody wants me, and I'm never going to lose. That is one side of the ego, but there's also a very destructive side to the ego. And so what I'm going to share with you is that I, for a really long time, held these core beliefs that I was a piece of shit, I was guilty, I was unlovable, and I was a victim, and no one was ever going to love me. And so what I did to sort of protect myself was shove those beliefs deep down so I never had to look at them, and then created this outside persona that was very egoic and obsessed with externals. It was always someone else's fault. It was always outside. It was always the environment. Something outside of me always had to change, and that made sure my core beliefs stayed intact and untouched.
Yeah, and my ego doesn't just want me to die, because if I was to die tomorrow, the world would go on, and I will transcend. What my ego wants me to do and wants everyone to do is to suffer on the way to death. And so the suffering comes from thinking my thoughts, believing what is the voice that's going on in my head. And that is my ego. It keeps me separate from the connectedness, the oneness. That oneness, I know when I'm connected because of a feeling. There is no voice that tells me. It is a feeling. I feel aligned. I feel connected. A lot of people will call that intuition. And it's a real, true feeling of being aligned. That's really the best way I can describe it in words. And my ego is the opposite. It is putting me in, I constantly am feeling in angst, in turmoil, not knowing between this decision and this decision, feeling uncertain, feeling in judgment, all of those things. Again, keeping me disconnected from the source.
To kind of Course in Miracles this video a little bit, there's a great line in the book that says, you can be right or you can be happy. And you know what the funny thing is you can't be both. Now here's the catch-22 of the ego, right? I was saying earlier in the video that I thought I was a piece of shit, guilty, unlovable, and a victim, and I buried those deep down. But the thing about the ego and being right is I need to be right about those core beliefs. So here I am trying to stay as far away from those beliefs as I possibly can, but making sure I'm behaving in a way that keeps all those beliefs intact. So I go around in a vicious cycle. Am I making sense?
You're making sense. Yeah. So I think I want to reiterate that one because it's such a powerful line, and a lot of people don't really fully understand it. So what Bruce was saying is you can be right or you can be happy, and it's impossible. You cannot be both. And even when you know that something is right, the point is you don't need to point out that it's right. That is what that means. The needing to make something be real and make it be true through our words is our ego. Otherwise, it is just a feeling. We connect to it, and we don't need to identify it by anything.
Being right is probably, in my mind anyway, there's 3 addictions out there that I think are voracious, even worse than heroin and sex and booze, and that's being right, denial, and guilt. And being right is such a voracious addiction because it's like, I'm right, yes! And then it's like, oh, wait, no, I don't feel any better. Okay, I need to be right about something else. And then I'm right. And then, like the victory from feeling right is so small. It's like a nanosecond victory. And then it's like, I gotta be right about something else. And it's like, that's the destruction of being right. When I can just let it the fuck go, chill, and be in joy in the moment.
Absolutely. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to spread some joy and love. So thank you so much for tuning into episode 7. We love your feedback and all of your comments. And thank you for following us on all platforms of social media, including YouTube at The Love Coach. nakedlovecoach.com.
Typo.
And I do post my morning intention every day at msvizzy.com. That's MSVIZZY.com.